In this episode, we're going to be looking at Ubuntu's VMs on demand for any workstation. And what does MultiPass do? Well, it's VMs for Windows, macOS, and Linux. So it's cross-platform. So MultiPass uses Hyper-V for Windows, QEMU HyperKit on macOS, and LXD for Linux. It's designed for a minimal overhead and for the fastest possible start time. So basically, they optimize the VMs. And it's really designed for primarily developers or people just want to fire up some VMs and have a low, lightweight overhead. So let's get to it. But first, this. Okay, here I started up a virtual box VM on KDE Plasma. What you're going to want to type in here is snap install MultiPass. Put in your password here, and we'll wait until it's done. Alrighty, she's done. And you want to type in ls-l/var snap multipass common socket, and check the permissions and give the right permissions. MultiPass info, and then you want to type in greps pipe grep sudo to check to see if you're in the permissions group. That'll come in later for your home directory. Go ahead and clear it out, clean it up a little bit. We're now on my desktop environment here because you can't go any further inside of a VM. That was just to show you how to install it. I already have installed on my system, so you're ready to learn how to create and use a basic instance. All right, let's get console open. And we'll just minimize her because we got to get something else open first. When you installed that, you installed a GUI application, sort of. A tray icon that opens up a shell. So what you want to do is type in MultiPass. Click on that. Gonna load it in. Go down to your tray icon down here, or up on top if you're GNOME. Everybody else, it'll be where it's supposed to be. All right. Anyways, you want to click on that, and then click on Open Shell, and it's going to start the primary for you. I don't know if the phone, nope, this doesn't work in here. We'll get this as full screen as we can get it here so you guys can see what's going on. I'm gonna pause it. Okay, that's as best as I can get it. Alright, what you see here is your primary VM that loads in. And as you can see here, you got the documentation, managed support, system information, system load, how many processes you have, use of 41.2% of 4.67 gigabytes, which is what it gives it originally because it's set up. And you have swap, and this is your local IP address for it. And you use 19% of the memory. Okay, introducing expanding security maintenance for applications, receives updates, blah, 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 blah. This is Ubuntu Pro. Expanded security maintenance, enabled, is not enabled, excuse me. I haven't enabled it because it's just a VM. Okay. Basically what you want to do here, just like any other VM operating system, sudo apt update, get the latest packages, and sudo apt upgrade. And I'm going to pause it while it's doing that. We'll be right back again. And it does need packages, so type in, oops, get on the right screen there, and hit Y there. Alright, and she's done. Alrighty, what it does here is it can set up VMs for you. You can set up Docker images, Kubernetes, all that good stuff. Nextcloud instances, etc. But also, there is interchangeability, interconnectability between the VM and your home directory because it mounts your home directory when it fires up. So, if you want to CD into your directory, and we're going to CD into this directory, but first, if you're going to do something like this, you'd have to previously create a directory to use to do this. Alright, so we're going to type in ls. Oh, I've created a file in there, and the readme.md, which is a blank thing, and see, let's minimize this and pause this while I go get that directory open up in the file browser. Okay. Now this is the directory I created, which was home/multipass files. Now we can create any kind of file we want. We can drag any file in. Let's let's just copy a file from here and then paste it in there. Alright. Minimize that, bring it back up. Oops, wrong one. What was I thinking? Alright, if we type ls again, so we got that in there. So now, there's a whole bunch of stuff that you can do with that. You know, you could download files from your main system, drag and drop them into the directory into the VM, install them, or have it available, or configuration files, all that good stuff. So you can see the advantages of having a folder like that. Now there's a couple of disadvantages, but that's out of the scope of this. So let's go back to our main directory there. Go back to our home directory here. Alright. Okay. In the VM, you have to install MultiPass inside the VM as well, in order to get this to work. At least on that one. We can start up another one, a separate one with MultiPass as well. Go ahead and pause this. Now if you type in MultiPass find in your console, it'll take a couple seconds because it's searching the repositories, and we'll be right back when it's done. Okay, next you want to type in MultiPass launch kinetic. Going to hit enter there, and it's going to install the kinetic VM, and when it's done we'll be right back. Okay. Oh. Alrighty. Now if you notice right here, what we need to do actually is delete this section, because I'm pulled it right off the website, and the website is out of date a bit. So if you're trying this, remember, you need to grab this, whatever it says right here, and then replace it, and then hit enter. Now it's going to give you some information about it. No LSB modules are available. Distributor Ubuntu, Ubuntu 22.10, release 22.10, and kinetic. And to get rid of that, when you want to delete a VM, you have to remember the name of it. And then MultiPass delete peerless dash crab. Okay, now I'm going to set up for the next thing, and we'll be right back because I'm going to pause it again. I'm pretty much taking this straight off the website because I don't have it committed to memory yet. And frankly, these days, thanks to some meds for the cancer, my memory is not what it used to be. Whoa, okay. I got too many things set up on my desktop right now. I gotta knock them off. Get rid of a few. But, okay. So we're gonna go ahead and hit clear here. Let's clear it out because it's getting messy in there in the terminal. Distracting. And basically what you want to do here is, if you want to set up a VM, if you know, well, you want to type in MultiPass launch, LTS will call them the latest long-term release, -- name, LTS instance, and right here at the end, sets up the your memory, your disk size, and your CPUs. So if you wanted to put in 4 gigs, change that to 4. And if you wanted your disk size to be larger than 10 gigabytes, like you wanted 20, then you could drop this down to 1 CPU, 2 CPUs, 10. Oops, 10. But I don't have that many. I only have 4 on this thing that are available in Linux. Got 4 cores, 4 threads, but I mean a quad core, 4 threads, and Linux only sees the 4 cores. So, anywho, so we'd want to, for me, it'd be 2. So I'm going to go ahead and enter here. That's overkill for what I'm going to be doing with this, by the way. And this is going to take a minute, so I'm going to unpause it. And we'll be right back again. and again, and again. Okay, I had a little error there. I already have this instance, this name right here. This name's the VM, and I forgot about that part. So I have to name it a new one, and go ahead and enter. Now it's going to take a couple minutes. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Now, to confirm it, you want to type in MultiPass info. You know what? I didn't realize I'd made this bigger, easier to see earlier, but I forgot, and I closed the thing out and reopened it. Just so you know, it's Control plus on Ubuntu, KDE Ubuntu based. Anyhow, you want to type in MultiPass info LTS instance 1 and enter, and this is going to give you the information about it. It's going to give you the name, the state, your IP address, and you're going to need that. So I would open up a text editor. We'll do Cake because it opens faster than OnlyOffice. Paste that. Whoops. I don't know why I didn't copy that correctly, but it. Alright. Copy. Maybe I didn't actually copy it. But anyways, minimize that out. And if you want to see I got ahead of myself there. The release is Ubuntu 22.04.2 LTS. Image hash is 345 FBB 6EC82. Ubuntu 22.04 LTS. CPU is 2. Load 0.8 megs. 0.27 and 0.1. Disk usage is 1.4 gigabytes out of 19.2. Excuse me. And memory usage is 1.773 megabytes out of 3.8 gigabytes. That's pretty light. Okay. Now to get the list of your VMs, want to type in MultiPass list, and this gives you everything that's stopped and running and deleted. Now, to get rid of a VM that you've now to get rid of a VM out of the list here, you want to hit MultiPass purge, I believe, and list, and it's gone. Okay. Next, what we want to do is we'll go ahead and minimize this out. And we want to get the MultiPass back up, MultiPass GUI up. And we want to open up the shell on that for the running VM we got going. So we want to open the shell. You always want to update your system first. Oops, dash Y. I think it is for the command. And we'll wait for that. We'll be back in a minute. And next, what we're going to do here is the reason you wanted to hold on to that IP address is, well, the instructions. If you want to do, this is for like a web server. You could do Nginx or Apache or whatever your flavor is there for whatever web server you want to run. So sudo apt install Apache 2 Y, and this should be a quick install because Apache is not very big. Okay. Enter. I don't want that one. Okay, that should be good enough. Okay, now you want to open up a web browser. I know, it's Google Chrome. I don't usually use Chrome, but if I can get this thing to stop jumping around like a cat on a hot tin roof. Oh man, close that out. Let's do a new one. Let's get Kate. Copy that. Go back to our browser. Paste that in. Enter. And then there you go. You have a local instance of Apache 2 installed in your VM. Now, one of the reasons I'm showing this is because this is a lightweight version of running VMs on on one of your systems, and it's pretty scalable. Now, next what we're going to do is we're going to close this out. I'm going to go ahead and delete this VM. So I can get another one in there. I don't want to have too many instances on this machine. This is my main production, so. Oh. Too many things open. Alright, we're going to close this out. Come on. Gotta go back up to here. Stop it. Go back over to here and type that command in. Alright. And I've already got a name called Docker Dev on here, so I changed it to Docker Dev 1. So to get Docker in there, you want to type in MultiPass launch Docker -- name and the name of it that you choose for it, obviously. That's going to create that. Okay. I had to go back and fix something I did wrong. So what I had to do was I had to go back and delete Docker Dev 1 and Docker Dev. There was a conflict in the background. I didn't realize you could not launch more than one instance of Docker. So I went ahead and purged them. Deleted and then purged them. So I might have one more problem because the folder already existed, and when I took Docker Dev out, well, yeah, you can see right there that it already existed. So anywho, God, I wish I would stop doing that. The gesture thing. You get too close to one area and do the gestures, pops her up. Okay, now that we got the Docker going, so what we need to do is we need to type in MultiPass. Oops. List. Okay, we need this address. And we need to open up this thing. I use this because I needed a secondary browser that can peruse the internet and not get in trouble with hackers and stuff. Alright, 9000's the port you want. Alright. Now I'm going to pause this because I'm going to keep this instance. So you want to leave admin in there and then change the password. Well, choose the password and confirm the password. And then you can go back and create another user for admin. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this. And then we'll be back. Okay, and from here, I want to click on get started. And this is your management portal for your Docker images. Gonna refresh the memory. Alright, you want to click on local, and I'll bring you up to the dashboard. And as you can see, or not, man, I really need to fix all that stuff. Whoa, it's going everywhere. Freaking out on me. Got too many extensions going. We got one container, one volume, one image, and 3 networks, which are all bridged, obviously. And there's a way to do the GPUs, but I haven't got that far. So you want to go over here on the dashboard, on your menu on the left-hand side, click on Add Template. We want to scroll down to all right. It says on the thing, yeah, okay. I want to scroll down to Nginx. Show advanced options. And I'm going to go back into here, grab this IP address. Back into your thing, dashboard here, paste that, and paste it there. Okay, you gotta assign a port on here. That's one thing I forgot. So we'll go ahead and deploy it now, and this should work. Last time I tried it didn't work. I forgot to manually select the port number. Okay, she's done. And there you go. Welcome to Nginx. deployed in a portainer. Okay. We can also do other images too. But there's a big, huge list of them here. You got, let's scroll back up. You got the registry cache for the Docker Ubuntu. You can deploy a VM in here, or Docker image. Node.js, Nginx, Apache 2, Caddy, a whole bunch of stuff in here. Ghost, command box, Doku, OPC, your own WordPress. Sky's the limit on how much stuff you can do, and you can bring in your own images too. Type in your name, database root password for it. You'd have to already set all that up. But that's it for this one. This one's getting pretty long, and I'm going to have to do a lot of editing on this one. So it's going to take me a few hours to get her going, get it all together, and publish it. And on the next one, we'll do something else with it. I haven't decided yet. But that's how you get your portainer going and get your first Docker image installed inside of MultiPass. When I first did this last night, man, or no, not last night, the night before, it was just like click, 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 click. This one had problems because I kept forgetting things. I was trying to do it all by memory and had to go to the website and run through the whole thing again. Alrighty, so I hope you enjoyed this one. I'm out of here, and stay safe and all that good stuff.